Hey, what's going on, players? One and two of every age. Spider Nerd once again signing in, and it's around 1 o'clock, and I'm supposed to be in at work for 9:30 tomorrow morning, so I cannot sleep. So I figured I decided to hop in, and with Twitter letting me know that the Avengers Academy King the Conqueror mini event has launched, I decided to do a quick video. So why don't we go ahead and jump right in, see where it brings us. King. King the Conqueror. We've met enough times through the years, Odin. At least the least you could do is acknowledge my accomplishments. Release those young Avengers. They do not have anything to do with this. They tried to stop me from discovering this place that seems to be built out of time itself. They didn't realize that time is my weapon. You are all you all are its playthings. King is its conqueror. He just kind of reminds me of Mr. Spelding from Saved by the Bell. Those of you who remember the show. All right, so we have terrifying, timely news from Avengers Academy, as a time-traveling conqueror named Kang has emerged from the time fog with plans to destroy the Avengers. He's used his far-flung technology to trap these three members of Young Avengers, promising to unleash the incomprehensible array of futuristic weaponry until the entire timeline, is finally added to his empire. So, real quick, Stinger, as I thought, she's the blonde, by the way, at the far right. Stinger is actually not even related to Scott Lang, so I definitely want to retract that. She's a mutant that used to be part of the X-Men or um, I can't remember. Basically, she's a mutant. So if Kang is far from the future, shouldn't he already remember this whole thing? Or is that the very time it's happened? But he literally, but he's literally from a time after this. So, oh wow. So it had to already have happened, right? Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, I can't fall asleep, so my brain's a little mush. All right, so here's how the event's gonna go here. So Young Avengers episode 1 ends on the 23rd at 3 p.m. So basically, we're gonna have our superheroes collect spheres, which you can use to power the time portals. Send some heroes through the time portals to earn Kang helmets, or those actually just look like busts. So what do I know though? Use Kang helmets to free Hulkling and learn awesome, awesome awards. Or rewards. So we got the Sphinx and some sort of kangaroo. So that's actually pretty cool. Can't you use your Pym particle powers to turn into a giant and smack Kang into the future? Oh, you know what? It looks like they actually may have merged the Stinger mutant um with Cassie Lang from the Ant-Man movies. So that's gonna be pretty interesting. But I'm just jumping the gun here because um Pym particles. And Cassie usually turns into a giant. I don't believe she turns into stature. I believe so. It's very possible. Like I said, I'm not too familiar with the whole Ant Man lore, so maybe they're merging too. But like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and hop on the internet, uh, get myself brushed up on the lore for Stinger, and kind of figure out what's going on. Um, and then in my next video, I'll let you guys know exactly what I think they're doing with this version of Stinger. So, can't you use your Pym particles powers to turn into a giant and smack Kang back into the future? Can't you use your shape-shifting powers to turn into a giant space dragon and chop him in half? Or chomp his head off? Not until we get out of these beams. Not until we get out of these beams. Whatever they are. They're even strong enough to block Wiccan's magic. It's some sort of crazy future tech. When he caught me, he talked about how he'd used traveled back from the year 4000. Did he say what it was like? No, he was just too mad about them losing his luggage. Oh, poor kid. Alright, so this is where we get the time traveling orbs here. So we got to go ahead and send the characters to collect spheres. You need spheres to power the portals and to get to King helmets. How are we going to stop this guy? Why don't you just shoot at him? We tried, but he pressed some button on his fancy chair and turned our blasters into applesauce. Literally? Yeah, it was delicious. I need to travel to the future to research his tech. I should be able to use the time fog samples to turn our standard teleporters into time machines. Be careful, Stark. I don't. I don't need you becoming applesauce in my consciousness. All right, so once again, we're gonna go ahead and collect as always, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, comes all these quests. You truly are a super genius, Tony. I never considered converting the time fog into a fuel for a time machine. I swore I saw you in the time fog when I was collecting samples. I've been in my lab all day. You almost certainly saw one of my many life model decoys. How many? So many! How do you know you aren't a life model decoy? That's science! That's science! That's science! I'm not doing a fourth one, that just seems too much. That's too much science. Alright, let's see where we need to go to get a time portal here. And we'll go ahead and... Oh, wow. Alright. It's kind of hard when they zoom all the way where you can't figure out where the quests are. So, you know what? I'll do all the quests that I need to, like all the people giving the quests, and then we'll move forward and find out what to do step by step in the mission board. I'm gonna get you out of here. Free Wiccan and Stinger first. That's really chivalrous of you, but it makes more sense to free the guy who can shapeshift and turn into a giant space dragon and chop Kang's head off. Why does everyone think I can do that? You can't? No? I mean, I can make myself look like a dragon, but not a giant one, and it still wouldn't make me want to decapitate someone with my teeth. Huh. I guess you can't believe everything you eavesdrop. Singer, you're totally the talk of the academy. And is it true you can shrink and fly like me? Yeah, I have particle powers. I can shrink to the size of an ant. Is it true you can turn into a giant? Yeah, I can grow bigger than a building. Is it true that AntMan is your dad? Yes, good. All right, awesome. That proves my theory. Awesome, great. Yeah, and I've been fighting King across the time stream. I haven't met him yet, but people are saying that in this timeline, my dad is pretty much the same age as me. I hope it won't be too weird. It's gonna be so weird. Alright, so as always, we're always given roughly about a day and a half to get all these characters, so kind of a bummer that they're gonna do us a time crunch here. All right, so as always, looks like what I thought these were gonna be. Um, oh, cool. So we can actually purchase a time machine, um, which actually looks to be a parody of um, the time machine from the book by H.G. Wells. So that's actually pretty cool. So you get to get more Kang helmets, so that's always going to be good. Why don't we at least invite Hulkling first? I'll come back for you. I'm fine. I'm uh, just free Stinger and help them figure out how to stop Kang. I don't even know how if it's possible. Can't you use your shapeshifting powers to turn into a giant space dragon and chop his head off? I know. I'm just kidding. I didn't want to eavesdrop on your conversation, but there's nothing else to do in here. Alright, so in order to free Hulkling, all we have to do is get 220, excuse me, 290 Kang helmets. So that actually shouldn't be that bad, especially with the help of the time machine and um, having all of our heroes do the whole um, orb collection and so on. So why don't we go ahead and at least, wow, never mind. I guess you're Hulkling. I'm not gamma powered or anything, but I choose a name because I turn green and strong, and I'm part changeling. I always thought that you were cool. Hulk smash. Wait, try it. Hulking smash. Hulk always wanted little brother. All right, as always, recruit. We have 6 days to get Hulkling, so that gives you guys plenty of time. Behold, the Light of Centuries sphere. With a wave of my hand, I can transport every Avenger to the year 4000. Why don't you save yourself a bunch of trouble and do that now? Conquest is a meaningless without challenge. King the Conqueror earns his victories. The Light of Centuries sphere is out of power, isn't it? And I forgot to chart the charger in the year 4000. I hate when that happens. Alright, so all we have to do in order to get the sphere is get 126 of the Kang helmets. So this is basically all we need. This is a really short event. It's only about a week long, which is great. Alright, so without further ado, why don't we go ahead and use the time sphere.
I'm taking a half day.
I hate when I get button happy and the computer, excuse me, the game lags.
Hey, not bad for a normal guy, huh?
Boys are dumb.
And it's awesome that we actually, instead of doing one character every 4 hours, looks like we're going to be able to do a small little group, which is going to be great. Alright, so just a quick overview for you guys before I call it a video. Alright, so this is also another way to send all of your heroes. So, in order to collect the spheres, just remember to select the um, time icon or the time portal icon on the bottom right hand side of your screen. You go ahead and select the first column here on your left hand side. You'll be able to send all of your heroes to um, Stark Tower to go ahead and do what they need to do in order to get you spheres. Send your heroes through the time portal to do what they need to do. And of course, I'll be showing you a video in the next few hours showing that, so that'll be great. And then, of course, you use those helmets to get all these characters. So we get um, the Light of Century Sphere, we get Kang's time ship, which is the Sphinx for some reason, which as of right now, as far as I'm familiar, it's like a big giant Kree ship. So I don't understand why it would look like a Sphinx, but maybe we'll actually cross that bridge in a little bit and explain to us why that looks like the Sphinx. But the next one would be Hulkling with the Chronal Kangaroo, which is say that 10 times fast. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and leave the video with the opportunity to get Stinger here. So looks like she has the exact same powers and abilities as her father, pretty much. So that's actually going to be very cool. Um, I'm hoping, with all honesty, I'm predicting that when we unlock her, they're probably going to have a quick little quip with AntMan and herself, and where it's gonna be like, oh well, you're a little girl, so I don't. Wow, you grow up really fast, that kind of thing. So she's 525 shards. So thinking at this point, my next video is gonna involve not only showing you the next step in order to get the King helmets, but also unlocking Stinger. So I'll call that a video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in as always. Have yourself a great day. Peace.